Man, whoo-wee. This is gonna be one of them ones, my brother. Landlord.
Yes, sir. We in the building, man. They said it's a return of Big Mike Soprano, man. Hold on. He done made an appearance, ain't the boss? Where you been at?
Yeah. Big Mike, I ain't gonna lie, man. Big Mike is to look like he fighting for his future. This don't look like this about Dallas to me.
You gotta save face after a while.
You gotta kind of put the story out there, you know. If you don't control the narratives, people with power will control it.
Yeah, facts.
So, watching the Game of Thrones, man, that's the Titanic. It's starting to look like it got cracks. It's ugly, brother.
Facts.
Ugly.
And that's just something, you know what I'm saying? As he might know better. I don't know what took him so long. Maybe he trying to be classy, you know what I'm saying? Trying to see, is they really gonna throw him under the bus like they did? And it looks like he's finding out the hard way.
It's looking like self-preservation to me.
Yeah.
It's looking like self-preservation. So it's a lot of people, y'all sitting here listening, y'all don't know what we talking about. So we go get into what's going on right now, because you do got to know a lot of the background. So what we go do is we go obviously show the clip, because if you don't know the background, you might even think we overreacting. We not. Okay. Thanks. So we go dig through some history on this. We go through some videos and kind of like, you got to know the history before you really kind of know exactly what he was saying and how he was taking a clear shot at front office.
That man said enough is enough. He had to take a stand.
I think I got a perfect button for Mike too. And for the Dallas Cowboys. You ready, Land?
Let's do it.
You gotta snap some collars and let you know you there to take them out anytime you feel like it. You gotta get the ground beneath your feet, partner. Get the wind behind your back and go out in the blaze if you got to. If you gotta go out, that's how you go out. He took his destiny in his own hand.
Alright, like a gangster.
Yeah, man. So I can't wait to get into this one, my brother. Ooh, I can't wait. Then on top of that, obviously we gonna talk about Philly, man. We gotta talk about Philly. You know.
I mean the green birds, the turd birds.
Yeah, man. The green birds. Shouldn't even call them by their name, man. No fucking green bird week. Goofy dudes. You know. And they got their chest out. They got their chest out. I get it. Hold your chest out, Philly. I ain't mad at you. We gotta fix our house. We gonna worry about us. We gonna do that. Let's get it, man. Let's
do it.
All right.
Like Sam Williams, let's do it.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Let me check. Let me just make sure I got the whole chat with me, and then we go kick it off. All right, give me 1 second. That's the only thing I forgot to turn on as we was talking. Trick. You know how I go. All right,
we do it live.
Chat. We do it live. All right, here we go. I got the chat going. Come on, chat. Wait a second, man. All right, damn. I don't got the chat going. Give me 1 second to get the chat going.
Y'all know we building the plane while it's in the air. You know what I'm saying?
All right, now
the boss, the producer extraordinaire, got some things to do, but you know we're gonna get it together. We're gonna get it right.
All right, so we gonna play the whole thing. All right, we gonna play the whole thing, and then go from. So this is how the whole thing started.
Dave, Mike, you've talked a lot about being a draft and develop coach, and that's a bedrock principle of what you do. And you've also mentioned several times this year being green, which is another part of being a draft and develop team. How key is it every offseason when you're draft and develop like you are to analyze kind of that veteran safety net on how many of them you let go so you don't leave yourself too young in certain areas? I mean, how big a part of that is then the evaluation year in, year out?
Well, I do think the formula, and it's hard to do it every year because you got the whole financial realm over here that's critical to the process of putting together a roster. But you know, and I learned this first time I really saw it happen was probably in Kansas City, but was more in tune with it when I went to Green Bay. Is, you know, you try to make sure through veteran free agency you have, you know, the spots full, or at least, you know, you can go play a game today if you had to in April, and then you're able to, you know, you're not drafting for need. I mean, you try to stay away from drafting for need, but that's not, you know, some years.
So obviously none of that's new. We've been doing that. We all cool on that. All right.
It's not practical. So
that's now this is where he's starting to get into some detail. We gonna come back to this part. All right, listen.
Some years it's not practical. So
he said some years it's not practical. This is that draft and develop. This is about also sometimes having all your needs aligned so you can go BPA. And he was like, sometimes it's not practical. So then when he admitting it, now schooling to make sense, right? And stuff. Wait, hold on, let's keep going.
So and have been there even in a draft and develop program in 13 years. I mean, we said we were BPA, best play available all the time, but you know there are times we were not. So, and I think so that happens. So
that's a bomb right there. Sheesh. Sheesh. That's a bomb right there. And like, look, I'm telling you, man, after a while, how many bullets he gonna take for them? And still have his brand intact when he leave? It gotta be a limit on it. You can't be the scapegoat forever. If you know it's over, you gotta go ahead and let people know. He know it's over, bro. It's over with. He know it. He trying to save face, man.
Man, it has that smell right there. What you just said.
You see the signs on the wall.
Yeah, man. And I'm trying to get my next job.
Yeah, I'm trying to let people know. Listen,
this what's going on.
It went bad, but it ain't all on me. That's what he's trying to let you know.
But then, I think he doing under the disguise of, I'm just answering that sophisticated question. Now check this out. Now that's not the part. That's the warm up. But you got to realize how it started before you see how he spent it. All right. So let me ask you a question, landlord.
Let's go.
What was the general question that David Moore was asking him? Do you remember?
Nah.
Okay.
What he said?
So he was generally asking him, how do you deal with, you know, the draft and develop, but sometimes these other free agents.
Oh yeah, he was saying not to get too young.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. In
so
some position. Yeah.
His first question and his first answer clearly was answering that.
Yeah.
Now he pivots to something totally different. That's another problem that we finna click.
Yeah.
That's why I want to break it up so you can see that, right?
Yeah.
We see how it started. Now watch this. Here we go.
I know how to play the game now.
Oh, Mike Soprano, hold on, man. Wait. After I play this, I'm gonna get that him button.
You talked a little bit about the home deal. Have you changed anything about your schedule, plan, guys staying in hotels?
Wait. That's the wrong clip. That's for the future. We gonna talk about that too. That's about home games. That's important though. It's where's the clip? Here it is. This is the clip.
I personally, as a head coach, would really, you know, when you're signing.
Now, this is exactly what he said right after what I just played. All right. Yeah. So he just pivoted to this next part out the blue. Now, check this out.
I personally, as a head coach, would really, when you're signing veterans in camp and you're doing things at the end, that I think that's a pretty big challenge. It doesn't because it's happened more this year, it seems, than I haven't been exposed to as much.
See, you gotta stop. You gotta stop. Wait, it happened more when, landlord. What did he say?
This year.
This year
Not last year.
Than what I'm previously used to in the past.
Because it's happened more this year, it seems, than I haven't been exposed to as much. Because I think, if you can have everybody here in April, when that draft's over and you line up and you got that 90-man roster, if you can get to work on continuity and consistency, I think that's a huge factor in the start of your season.
That had nothing to do with David Moore question, bro.
Mike said, y'all ain't taking me down. Not by myself. Mike said, I got something to fight for. And that's me. Shit, damn that. Hey, Mike said, I got to fight for me, man. I got to fight for me. Sometimes, hey, self-preservation, what they say?
That's what's going on, bro.
Yeah.
This is self-preservation, bro.
Don't it give you that same feel that right before Kellen Moore got wet?
Yep.
I prefer not to do option routes.
That's exactly what this is.
It give you the same
This
feel.
is that. Yeah. See, what have he been saying when he was talking about the run game? Do you remember?
Nah, what he said?
It's one word he been saying consistently too. Week in, week out.
We got to get the reps.
He been saying we. And you said it. You said we. Nah, it wasn't no we on this one, landlord. It was I. Look.
I personally, as a head coach, would really
me.
Hey,
talking about?
If it was me, hey, that's what he did to Kellen. To your point, he said when he was trying to differentiate himself, he said, "If it was me." Now he started it with I, like it was a speech. Look.
I personally, as a head coach,
look, he
would really
the chest out and everything.
Say,
like,
man.
Look, that's a leap of faith right there. He just had to go on ahead and go for the gusto. What we say? Look, he just went ahead and shot his shot. He like, you know what? Did you see that little gesture right? That little gesture. He like, you know what? Screw it. I'm just finna go on here. Like, go back to that little shoulder.
Oh, let me go back to it.
You got
when you're signing better.
Let me hold on. Let me go back to it. Let me.
That's that screw it.
It's right when he say I.
I personally.
that little screw it little movement right there.
He got that.
He's sick of y'all, man.
Hey, so you know what? Even so far, we gotta hit him with this, bro. We gotta hit him. We gotta hit him with this.
Walk up in the life.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm really him. Talking my shit like.
Yeah.
I'm really him.
We know who. Big Mike is back, man. We've been waiting on Big Mike.
I'm really him.
Big Mike is
Talking my
back.
shit like.
He said he ain't going down without a
I'm
fight.
really.
Man, Big Mike is back, bro. We gotta hit him with the Himothy. Him. Yes, indeed. All right, so let's get back into it though, because I gotta play the whole thing and then we go break this whole thing down. But he is truly on some him stuff right now. This is him movement that he's doing. This is Himothy.
Mike's shooting back, man.
He's shooting back. Clearly.
He's
Clearly.
shooting back.
And I'm gonna show you that he right. Now watch this. Watch this.
As a head coach, would really, when you're signing veterans in camp and you're doing things at the end.
Up.
Hold on, boss.
Hey, who did he sign at the end, bruh?
Listen to the wordage. He said, when you. Not me.
When
not
you.
First he said I. Then he started saying when you sign people. He talking to Jerry. It sounds like he talking to Jerry Wayne Jones right now. That's who it sounds like he talking to. He said when you sign people at the end, when you do this, he putting blame. Hey, he taking the blame off of himself.
CeeDee Lamb.
He's saying you.
Y'all did this. Y'all brought Jordan Phillips in late. Y'all brought Linville Joseph in. Y'all the one that got CD Lamb in here late. You did that.
He didn't say we did he, boss?
We. Because I've been talking about it. I've been like, man, that man talking like he speak French. This ain't French. He's American. He putting America first.
Hey, he gotta roll up them sleeves. He gotta roll up them sleeves and fight,
that boy put himself first, dog. Yeah, man. Hold on. Let's keep going though.
That I think that's a pretty big challenge. It doesn't because it's happened more this year. It seems.
More this year.
It's a big, it's a pretty big challenge. Happen more this year.
That I haven't been exposed to as much because I think
that I haven't been exposed to as much.
If you can have everybody here in April, when that draft's over and you line up and you got that 90-man roster, if you can get to work on continuity and consistency.
If you look at his facial expressions and stuff, bro,
he
like
killing
Mike
it, dog. Mike is back. Mike is back.
Clap it up for Big Mike Soprano, dog. Clap it up.
I gotta clap it up for Big Mike for this, dog. I gotta clap it up for Big Mike, man.
He's back.
See, people gonna think we crazy. We ain't crazy. Y'all thought we was crazy on Kelly too. Y'all thought we was crazy. Okay, we weren't crazy. See, this is we know our team. That's what's going on.
Yeah. We know how they'll do you, especially if you don't say nothing.
Yep.
You don't say nothing, they'll do you dirty.
They'll do you dirty. So he positioning himself. It's just obvious what he's doing. He's putting out his narrative. See, he did this with Rich Eisen. Remember they offered Dan Quinn a job and he went on Rich Eisen? This is a vet, bro. You always was right on what you coined him, bro. Mike Soprano. This is killer behavior. This is killer behavior, bro.
Yeah.
This is a killer.
See, I be trying to tell people, man, I always say the Joneses, you can't meet force with them. You can't meet them like that. They gonna automatically throw you out. Like it's gonna be rejected. You ain't even gonna start whatever you was trying to accomplish if you come at the Joneses force with force. It's not gonna work. You gotta maneuver and manipulate your way around.
Yeah.
And that's what Mike do perfectly. How y'all think, look, we ain't had the ultimate success in the playoffs and stuff, but I promise you, it ain't been many people even successful here. Think about that. It ain't been many people that was even successful here on a consistent basis better than Mike McCarthy. And he had to find a way to manipulate his way around this stuff, y'all. This is not easy. This is a toxic environment in Dallas, y'all. We talk about the front office all the time, but we just fail to realize that this man has to operate up under this toxic umbrella every day. Everything he accomplished has to come from up under the Joneses. This man running practice, Jerry flying a helicopter on the field. This man ain't telling no secrets. Jerry coming up there telling you who's starting next week. This is the polar opposites of these two people, man. Mike McCarthy come from a team that don't have a standing owner. Green Bay don't have an owner. They sit on that. They got a board, but they don't have a standing owner that's just walking around being P. Diddy all in the pictures and the videos and stuff. They don't have nobody like that. So this was a whole different ball game for him to come here and deal with a guy that's hands-on all day, every day. And he still found a way to play the game, play it masterfully, if you ask me, because I think somebody that was a novice would have got fired messing with Kellen Moore.
Yeah.
Kellen Moore be your head coach right now.
Right.
Mike ain't know what he
You had to be a real killer to win against the favorite son. You had to be a shooter.
Yeah. Mike would not be here if he was a rookie
right.
at this game. No lie. It would be Kellen. Y'all know he had to really give the Joneses enough rope so Kelly can hang himself.
Facts.
He really had to. A lot of people like, why this Mike offense, he been here since 2020. No. Just like your boss tell you to do something dumb, sometimes you just got to do it to show him how dumb it is.
Oof.
That's all you can do. At some points, though, you just got to do it. And Mike sitting up here like, okay, y'all won't listen to me. So okay, Kellen, do your thing. Hey, give him some more rope. Give him some more rope. And next thing you know, all you gotta do is kick away the chip. He done hung himself. And that's all on him. And he didn't have to sabotage him then. He let him do it to himself. I guarantee you, when they evaluated that next season, they probably asked Mike McCarthy, so what, how we went wrong or what? You know what I'm saying? The final meetings and stuff, Mike probably ain't even have to say much.
Right.
Oh, the results right there. You seen what happened. You ain't got to tell him then. He did it to himself. So that was a gangster move right there.
Yeah.
And I don't think no rookie would have pulled that off.
Let me let him finish and we go get into it.
Let's go.
And I see y'all super chats. We go take them.
I think that's a huge factor in the start of your season, because if you can just get started in September, because it's
so that ain't got nothing to do with him. Basically, what he's saying.
September to me is the best opportunity to win games. I personally
September is the best opportunity to win game. But what he basically saying, if you mess up my ability to have a cohesion in April,
this is the result.
This is the result.
Real talk.
Because he basically saying September is the opportunity for teams that's prepared.
In the start of your season, because if you can just get started in September, because it's September to me is the best opportunity to win games. I personally don't think the quality of football is the best of my coaching career in September. So
you see what I'm saying? He basically saying it's a ripe opportunity to take advantage of all your guys are together.
To me, that from experience, I think there's more opportunities to win. So if you can at least get out the gate and get started. And I think having all your people there in April helps you.
In April.
Do that. So, but then boom, here comes the injuries. Timing injuries, rookies playing. When they play is too. So all these are factors through experience you learn
rookies
to navigate
playing.
too. But
yep.
We all play by the same rules. So it's not that. We have something different than others. That's not my point, but that's all part of the challenge, and that's why that makes this game so great, and that's why this league is so hard.
So, Landlord, let me show you something. I'm gonna do this in rapid fire. Right? I'm gonna do this in rapid fire.
Let's go.
April 24th, Panay Sewell signed. May 13th. Jared Goff signed. Amon-Ra St. Brown, he is signed April 24th. Why?
So they can go through camp.
Yep. Because the rookie camp started in May. So go to Philly. A.J. Brown signed in April 25th. Devontae Smith signed April 15th. Jalen Hurts was signed April 17th. The pattern is clear.
Facts.
Why? When was the rookie camp in 2023? May. It was in May. When was the rookie camp for Philly in 2024? In May.
May the 4th.
May the 4th. So Mike is actually not lying. He's saying the teams that's focused on having their leaders together and that's going to have a fast, hot start, their leadership and the personnel is in the building by April.
And I just don't understand. I wish we could look at our patterns when we sign players outside of this.
Oh,
shit.
I got that.
Oh, we gotta know this, because that right there let me know if this is plain old.
Let's just start naming. We can do it one by one, and we can do it all together. Hold on, let me. I can pull it.
Know a lot right.
Hold on,
there.
let me pull it. I'm gonna pull it. Give me 1 second.
Because I'm looking at it like, okay,
all right.
Mike McCarthy.
We can even do this from memory. When did they do Diggs? Training camp.
I don't remember the month. Okay.
Training camp. So it was August.
Yeah.
So when did they do Steele? Training camp. August. When did they do Dak? training camp, August, September. When did they do Zeke? You see what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, that was
He
like
held out.
First game.
August. Yeah.
So they do it late anyway.
So going to this, in terms of late, let's paint this picture.
Okay.
Jane Slater, NFL Network. Trust me, I get budgeting. I've been working on it over the years. But my job is to explain to fans, friends, and family who don't understand when you've got these 3 free agents, particularly Dak. We've seen in the past, I don't think us covering this team, we're surprised that a deal hasn't gotten done. And typically they don't get done until training camp. But why not work on those deals earlier so that
See? Jane was saying it too. She was saying these deals don't usually get done until, training camp.
you have the flexibility to go get those veterans that have led to success in the last 2 postseasons?
Your problem is that
hold on, wait a minute, Jerry.
Look at Steven's face.
He be coming they be going, that's Jane, because she be asking a tough question.
Right.
But what look at Mike's face though.
Yeah.
That's the face you need to look at. Mike like, ooh.
Hey.
Mike like, sick 'em.
Hey, both of their face had me rolling when I was putting this together, because they look like, what?
Go back, because you rewind a little bit back before she asked the question, and then look at their face.
Yeah. But watch Steven the whole way, though. Steven got me rolling. We're going to watch both of them.
These 3 free agents, particularly Dak, we've seen in the past, I don't think us covering this team, we're surprised that a deal hasn't gotten done. And typically they don't get done until training camp. But why not work on those deals earlier so that you have the flexibility to go get those veterans that have led to success in the last 2 postseasons?
your problem is that you.
Look.
Mike started laughing. Mike started laughing.
He started out busting. Jerry
Mike started laughing at it, bro. Mike like, Jerry, what the fuck? Man, hey, where my button at, bro?
Your problem is... Good
Mike
Lord.
McCarthy was like...
What the fuck is that?
Hey, watch Steve, though. Look at Steven. Watch Steven.
Steven on what they call damage control.
Steve was like,
right now.
What the fuck is that?
What was that,
like,
bro?
We gotta make it a funny moment instead of a serious, embarrassing moment. Let's like, laugh it off, y'all.
Yes, dog. And look. Hey, you never want to have the face of Mike McCarthy right now, bro. You never want to be the damn. That's that damn.
He look like, damn, she got him. He like, thank you. He might have hired Jane.
Yeah.
Hey, Jane, ask this question.
Yeah. He over there like, thank you, Jay.
What the fuck is that?
Well, I'm answering your question, but you don't have many problems. I really, you're excellent. But the point is that you may be working on it and not moving anything but your eyebrows.
Oh my God.
Who in the world would think that we're not working on it? I work on it. It pops open at 2 a.m. sometimes. What your actually question is why don't you have something done and negotiated and put in the drawer? Well, we'd like to see some more leaves fall. We'd like to see some more action. It's called option. A lot of guys need to hand it off. First guy through the line. Another one will keep it another step, decide whether to pitch it or not. He'll decide whether to turn upfield with it, and then he's still got a pitch left.
Oh, Lord.
So it's called option quarterback. That's working the problem. That's working the problem. I've spent my life being an option quarterback, and I can go right out to the damn sideline and still leave a pitch in me. So I can do that, and that's just a style that you have. And so you never know. You might give money to somebody that you shouldn't have given it to. You got 2 or 3 of those names around here for me? I've been reading about them all week. So I know they're out there. I shouldn't have handed it off as quick. Should have gone on out and seen a few more. See some more defense before I either pitched it or kept it. So to say that you're not working on it and going is not the right answer. What they differ with you is your style, because it's on your mind. It'd be madness not to know that the contracts are ahead. I want to see a few more cards played, candidly. If you got trouble with when the timing is around here, it's because I'm not ready to go. Cards played, candidly. If you got trouble with when the timing is around here, it's because I'm not ready to go. Cards played, candidly. If you got trouble with when the timing is around here, it's because I'm not ready to go.
Jerry is the reason why these contracts go past into August. He said it's because of me. It's because of me.
And one thing you notice though, look, soon as she asked that question, because you know it's sabotage. As soon as she asked that question, he got defensive.
Yep.
ASAP.
That's the
he
clue.
Defensive ASAP. That's what let you
That's
know
the
when
clue.
somebody up to some nefarious activity. If soon as you ask them a question, they why you?
Yeah.
That's defensive.
I ain't talking to you like that. Why you raising your tone?
It's the wrong doing in there.
The
and
wrong
they feel
doing.
like you too close. They feel like you getting too close to home now. That's why he got defensive immediately. I'm talking about out the gate. It's obvious, man. Y'all know how it is. You know, like we have family members who, might have a little problem here or there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when
you start sniffing up that, they use anger as a defense mechanism to try to back you off the scent.
Facts. That's exactly what Jerry just did, y'all. And that lets you know it's guilt and wrongdoing already there.
So he was fast talking. He got busted. Watch this, landlord. Watch this. Because he said, who in the world would say we're not working on it? Watch this.
Saad used to be athletic. Jerry.
Saad, see, when Saad asks them questions, he ain't playing no games. Watch my boy Saad.
You just mentioned that, you guys are always working on those deals and things like that.
See, because that's what he said to Jay, right? Yeah. Who in the world would think we're not working on those deals? Saad said, oh, Saad, like, wait. Watch this.
Saad used to be athletic. Jerry, you just mentioned that, you guys are always working.
Look at Jerry body language, because he felt like he looked like he put his hands on Jane. Look at he
getting nervous.
No. He got that body language like, yeah, I just handled that. Because he felt like he handled Jane. But watch Saad. Watch Saad though. Watch this boy.
Saad used to be athletic. Jerry, you just mentioned that, you guys are always working on those deals and things like that. The other day, Dak said that real talks haven't even began. So how do you kind of, interpret those comments and what do you think his perspective is on that?
Well, I first of all respect how Dak handles his business, period, as much as any player I've ever been, any person that I've been associated with. So that's it. I think that we should realize that talks, quote, talks, don't necessarily.
He is struggling right now.
Oh man, that boy Jerry, boy. That boy Jerry, man. God, dog. But it all go back to what Mike McCarthy said. Striking back. He was right too. Your best teams sign their players by April. So they can, because think about it. Everybody, Detroit hot. Philly hot. They signed all their players early. Yep.
All the players the teams that you named, the players that signed their people early, they doing well.
Yep. And he right about that. So he clearly, to me, landlord, sending the signal. And I think we should also join his deadline. If the Cowboy fans were smart, we should be like, if Jerry and Steven don't have these deals done by April, we done. Because this is another sign that they finna do everything like they usually do it. Where they go negotiate through the media. They go drag this out to August. You got CD Lamb, the leader of the receivers, and you got the followers not even around the leader.
He's supposed to. What I said, y'all remember? Because people disagree with me on my take. I promise you they disagree with me a lot. When I said this season during training camp, I said, yeah, it matters. Because guess what? CD will be showing people, leading by example. And then I said CD will be giving the cornerback some good needed reps. People was like, oh, it don't matter, CD ain't here. He'll be okay, this and that. I was like, bro, it do matter. Because you one of the leaders and you need to set the tone for the practices.
Right.
That's one of the things for the big stars, the ones that make the big bucks. And I hear we keep saying, we're not practicing well. We're not practicing well. Listen, Dak, Young Ryan Dakota, what I call you. Well, who else? Micah Parsons, Trayvon Diggs, all the people who got money, CD Lamb. Y'all supposed to make sure the practices are up to par. Not just the coaches. That's on the leadership too.
Right.
Guess what? Because a lot of the time, the coaches have other stuff to do. You know what I'm saying? Y'all grown men making millions of dollars. I got to walk around and put a fire up under each one of y'all behind to get right. You supposed to be motivated just because who you are and what you're doing. You supposed to love what you're doing. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
Dak's supposed to be around here like, hey man, let's get it together. Let's do this. Let's go. Let's do this. Trey supposed to be like, hey, defense, yeah, let's get them. Let's do it. Y'all supposed to make that camaraderie and that feel of the practice be what it's supposed to be. That's really on some on coaches, but it's some on players too. But you will only hear the coaches get held accountable for that. It's players too. If you ever played on a team, you know some practices be lit and some practices be like, it was all right today. You know what I'm saying? Some practices be like, okay, we was on it today. It's a difference. And you need your players and your coaches together to make a good practice in that regard.
Yep. And see, he talked about having everybody together. See, I remember what Steve has said. Let me jog y'all memory. Check this out.
Talk about wanting to defend the run a little bit better this offseason. Bring in Eric Hendricks. How much does that help? And then also, do you feel like you still need help at defensive tackle?
Yeah, I mean, I think, another year, with Mozzie, I know Zim's looking forward to working with him. I just think Mozzie's going to step up and be a really good football player. But we also know that, Hankins was a good fit for us 2 years in a row. And, there's usually, big defensive tackles out there that you can pick up. I know the Eagles picked up a couple years ago, late in the game. And, just feel like there's going to be some opportunities there at that position as well, to add something, to add some depth and some competition for camp.
When did he say he was going to add that competition?
Add something, to add some depth and some competition for camp. Add some depth and some competition for camp. Add something, to add some depth and some competition for camp.
But when did he actually do it?
In the beginning of the season.
Yep. So did Mozzie and them have competition?
No. And then you weren't even pleased with what you were seeing out of Mozzie.
Right.
That should have been even more incentive for you to go get somebody.
So you
bring in some competition.
So you bring in Linval Joseph off the street and you do it late? See, I be saying all the time that these free agents are treated like bastards. And see, Mike McCarthy warned. He clearly said, landlord, y'all did me like that this year. This year, he said, y'all brought in a lot of people late. Yep. That's what he said. He said, and that's a challenge. That's what he said. So he was specifically talking about.
And he was talking about signing Dak and CD late too.
And he talking about Dak and CD. But see, he clearly talking about CD, Linval, and Phillips because they the only three that was late.
Yeah. And Dak was there.
Yeah.
So,
and you could have got this done. See, and this is the problem. We was all seeing it. I did multiple shows where who's they bringing in?
Them shoes.
They was bringing in corners and linebackers and bullshit.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? They wasn't bringing in no DTs, but he said he was gonna have it in here for camp. And they didn't do it. So see, the smell of politics is all over. Justin Rogers, he like, man, I don't want to be here. See, I'm telling you, they favor them draft guys. I'm telling you, and it hurts morale. And it's obvious. Now, that's if you got any kind of common sense and empathy, you will see it.
These are your guys, you kind of been following them. What was it like getting back in that room and seeing some of your friends, that sort of thing?
It's always good, you know. Like I said, seeing the smiles and being actually wanted it's a hell of a drug, you know what I mean? Being actually wanted it's a hell of a drug. Being actually wanted it's a hell of a drug, you know. Being actually wanted it's a hell of a drug, you know what I mean? You can do a lot for people when it's in the right environment.
Oh my God.
The right environment. Being actually wanted. What kind of environment I've been saying this is? A toxic one.
Toxic.
It is.
It is.
And
it
ain't no denying that.
No.
We love this team just like y'all, man, but we just trying to tell you the truth. This is what's going on.
This is what's going on. Land, I ain't gonna lie though. Keeping it real.
You couldn't be happier.
We need this. We need this. We do. We need this. Yeah. We need this. It need to be this obvious. Straight up. And I'm starting to see more pressure. I saw Mike Fisher talking about it. He was talking about the draft and develop, because it got many names. Some people call it draft and develop. Some people call it our guys. I call it bastards versus sons. It's all the same thing.
Yeah.
But
I was just about to say too, before we go on from this, one thing we got to realize, like, you played football, I played football. We played on teams. So like one of the biggest things that's very discouraging for players, bro, for you to know you better than somebody and you ain't getting the treatment.
Right.
That sucks, bro.
But that's horrible. That's like somebody taking your dream from you, bro.
They really robbing you. They playing with your life.
Right.
That's what they doing.
Yeah.
Because
they playing.
Like
no, hold on. Let me add one more thing to it. They playing God with your life.
Facts. And then, cause you truly feel. That's why it's hard for some people to keep their confidence. But somebody who know him, they hold it on. They like, man, if I could just get my opportunity, I would be showing them that I deserve to be out there. But if you got politics holding you back, just like you said earlier, man, it kills the morale, bro. Like, it's hard to come in there energetic when you sitting up here looking at this dude ruining the team, and you know you could be helping them. But it's the front office and it's management and it's coaching that's holding you back. That's a hard pill to swallow, y'all. I done been in a situation like that before. So I know how it is. I know the whole team telling me, hey, man, you the best wide receiver out here. Why they won't do this? Why they won't do that? Your teammates coming telling you this.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't got nothing. You can't do nothing about it because you ain't getting your opportunities.
Right.
So it's like, what can you do at that point? Some people give up. Real talk. Some people, that damages a lot of people, y'all.
Yeah.
So that's bad for morale. Just imagine. Then that give opportunity for the wrong people to get paid.
Right.
Think about that now.
Yep.
The wrong people getting paid.
Yep.
Now this dude shouldn't even been starting over me, let alone getting all this money, and I don't even got an opportunity to show who I am.
Yeah.
So now I'm looking over at this dude and he get paid all this money. Not to hate, but it's just like, listen, I know what I am and I know my worth.
Right.
And you robbing me of that. You robbing me of the opportunity
just
for me
because,
to make a career. Real talk.
And just because basically they bet on you. I always said Jerry and Steven was like Rudolph and Mortimer from Trading Places. I always said that. You remember that? Where they played with their life and then it was over $1. It's almost like it got that smell to it. It's like, and it's exactly what you said, man. It's like you playing with my life. You playing with my life, you know?
And I want y'all to know, a team would never be whole with too many situations like that.
No.
It would never be whole.
No, you'll never be together. You'll never. And guess what? You don't even trust each other in these type environments.
You can't.
You can't.
Because it's too cutthroat.
It's too cutthroat.
It's too cutthroat.
And then you know this guy favorite. He can go talk to the principal. That's why
you can never have the right camaraderie, bro. You can never have that.
What's up, Sports Junkie? OG in the building. My boy Elton, Sports Junkie in the building. What's up, OG? Man, but you can never, like, no, you can't be together with a team like this. And see, Jerry and them don't understand that.
How can you genuinely be happy for somebody
that
and
don't
you know
deserve
it's not right, bro?
Right.
It's just not right. That's why we could never be a full team. You know, some of them teammates be banging for each other, and you know what I'm saying? This team is not together, y'all.
No.
It's not.
This is not together, and you can't be together on a team like this.
You can't.
It's
coming from people who've been
impossible.
on teams before.
Right.
You can't,
it's impossible.
It's human nature, bro.
Yeah.
You cannot be genuinely happy. That's just like somebody you know in your life that did all the wrong things, and for some reason they just straight. You know what I'm saying? You just sit up there like, what did I do? You know what I'm saying? I did everything right.
You scheming, you scamming, and you blessed.
They doing everything right. And, you know what I'm saying? They doing everything wrong, but some kind of way they stumble and be doing great. You just like, dang, it's like a spit in the face almost.
And see, this is what I said in terms of morale, then we'll move on. Because we still got to talk about feeling and other things.
And morale is perfect, boss. I forgot. Yeah, that what made me go on that when you said that.
Yeah, no, that's real. Is that it has many names. Draft and develop, our guys. Son versus bastards. Same result, bad morale. The Cowboys advertised, and they do. I'm not making this up. The Cowboys advertised that some of the players are ours and some are not ours, which equals no real togetherness. If we call one child the favorite, the other will be offended.
Man,
dumb parents do that. See, dumb parents do that. You're my favorite. You've always been my favorite. The other kids go hate that kid.
Yeah. And you know what the perfect analogy I was looking for? It wasn't that but Pops and Uncle Elroy off of Friday. You remember what Pops said about Elroy? He was like, he was a low down, good for nothing. And he won the lottery. You know what I'm saying? That's the perfect analogy right there. I'm telling you, like, it makes you look at him like, what is this?
Right.
Like Pop's like, he did everything right. This is a hard working man, you know what I'm saying? And he said like this low down, this good for nothing, lazy, and go win the lotto. It makes you feel a certain way. Like
it makes
it's not
you feel
no
a
hate.
certain
It's
right.
just right is right and wrong is wrong. You just gonna feel like it's wrong.
It's
That's
right.
all it is.
It is wrong. See, and this is what I would tell the Cowboys if they would ever listen to me. I get what you're doing in terms of trying to develop these guys for budget purposes, but you can't break the principles of morale.
Yeah.
You can't break the principles. Once they in the building, you have to let the grass decide. You can't put your thumb on the scale. You put your thumb on the scale too much because you too focused on budgets, and it make you lose yourself, Dallas. You lose the high ground. You do.
Because we can name several players who should be playing right now.
Yeah.
We can name them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Runye is one of
Izzy.
them. Izzy should have been playing. Marquise Bell should be getting snapped somewhere.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
You can name
like, you can name these people who should be playing.
Right.
That's a problem.
Right.
That's a problem. How in the world is Booth dude come in here and get priority over Israel Mukuamu? How?
How did a money?
When I posted that on Twitter,
how did Carson?
One of Israel Mukuamu family members liked it.
Yeah.
Real talk.
Yeah.
They like, I think they reposted it. They like, yeah, why? It makes no sense.
It doesn't. Carson was one of the main reasons we lost to Atlanta.
How is he getting prioritized
over
Izzy? And like, listen, this one thing, I know we didn't put this on the docket to talk about, but it is relevant.
Let's go.
All right. When we talk about sponsors in the building,
yeah,
we know Marquise Bell don't have a sponsor no more. Dan Quinn was his sponsor. He gone. So now he got to deal with what he deal with under Mike Zimmer, right? This happens all around the NFL.
True.
This happens all around the league.
Yep.
That's why I look at somebody like Mingo.
Right.
I'm looking like, hey, everybody talking about stats and what he ain't did yet. I liked the kid coming out of Ole Miss.
Me too.
I liked him.
Me too.
I liked his size. I liked his speed. He was a playmaker. He was the main dude on that team in the SEC putting up good numbers.
Right.
So, like, if we can see it happen on our own team, let's not be naive to say it's not happening in other places. Then there was a whole nother regime came in after that. You know, the Panthers just cleaned house and then got another coaching staff. He was drafted last year. You know what I'm saying? The year before last or whatever. So it's a whole new regime in there. That man ain't got no sponsors in there. You know what I'm saying? They shipping people out left and right. So don't just think that, you know, you can look at a stat and be like, he terrible. Or look at what he did in one place and just take it all for granted. Like, you can look at Izzy. Is Izzy, answer me this, chat. Do y'all feel like Israel Mukuamu is a bad player?
No.
And he ain't did much for us at all.
Right.
But do that mean he's a bad player?
No.
I just want to know, because that right there will give you a different mindset when you evaluating these other players who don't have a great shining star on their resume.
Yeah.
You got to be able to pay attention to that. It's prejudice, it's favoritism all over this league. So don't just judge nobody off of stats, man. Don't do that.
Check this out real quick. I ain't mean to cut you off. Was you finished, bro?
Yeah, that's cool.
Check this out. So come and say, what did Mr. Fowler say this offseason when they left Dallas? I actually just talked to Mr. Fowler. I just talked to him. And he told me Fowler wanted to stay. Bad. He bought a house in Dallas. I ain't know that. Mr. Fowler told me that. He wanted to stay. Now Fowler over in Washington getting ready to be likely a Pro Bowler. You know the difference? They actually giving him the reps.
That boy hooping.
That boy clowning over there. That's Fowler, bro.
Over there going,
that boy going crazy over there, bro. And
everybody knew. Look, that he another example.
Yep.
Did he not deserve more reps than Dorrance Armstrong?
Yes.
We were saying that the whole time.
Yeah, 2 years. 2 years. For 2 years.
Don't take what's going on with a player at a certain place and just say, okay, this is who he is.
Right.
I've been seeing that all over Cowboy Nation. I ain't gonna call no name, bro, but we gotta relax with that. I think it's way too premature to be putting out labels on this player before he even suit up.
Oh,
for
yeah.
us.
On Mingo, it's a lot of that.
Real talk. I see that too much, y'all.
It's too negative.
To be honest, initially, it is a little rich for a fourth rounder. It seems so. But tell me this, if that boy go out here and ball out, we ain't gonna care about it.
Nah, we ain't gonna care. Put it like this. Care. If he play like year 2, year 3 Gallup, we gonna say that fourth is a deal.
Facts. So before we just bury this kid, because I was thinking like, man, just imagine if that was your son. Like, I ain't on no sentimental stuff, but this is why a lot of people don't like Dallas. Like, this man just got traded here, and if he look at Twitter, if he Google his name, it's gonna be nothing but negativity.
Yep.
It's gonna be nothing but negativity.
He getting trashed.
This man literally ain't done nothing.
Nothing. And
This man has done nothing to Dallas.
And we don't want him. Hey.
And everybody's talking about, Mingo, this business.
Because see, you can look at it two ways. If you look at it, see, that's why people say comparison is the thief of joy. Yeah. See, when you looking at the trade in comparison to other teams, which is how you do determine fair value, I get that. Yeah. But at the same time, if you also looking at player value, right? That's market value. If I'm looking at player value, the question is, can you find a Mingo that you was high about in this coming draft in the 4th? If the answer is no, then you actually got better for 2 years. That's the real question. So, and I doubt that anybody is deep in their receiver knowledge right now. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Now, if I talk to you in January, you'll be able to say, this draft deep. We could have got somebody like Mingo in the 4th. Or it's gonna be like, nah, no. So
Mingo actually came out the year I went to the Senior Bowl. And when I was down there at the Senior Bowl, the idea I had, I asked every fan base who I need to watch out for. That was him. Mm-hmm. And when I asked Ole Miss, they all said Mingo. No lie. They said, watch for Jonathan Mingo. They said, watch him. I said, okay. And that's who I had my eyes on. And he was out there doing his thing, man. So, I mean, I just don't want to rule somebody out before I even see the dude suit up.
Yeah.
That's too much for me.
Yeah. Because what I actually said, man, is that player themselves is going to determine if that 4th was value or not. It's the player. It's not our opinions. It's going to be his play. And I mean
dude, look, I seen, shout out to CFT. I seen his post on Twitter. They showed him next to Jalen Brooks, and you will see why him as just in his physique, why we wanted to put him on this team.
You know what, man? I thought about it. I know why we got him, bro. And from a Mike McCarthy standpoint, it makes sense. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've been really looking at Mike McCarthy offense, and because see, we get caught up in the stop routes, right? But you got to realize what he really doing. He using the receivers like running backs. It's like an extended run, and he putting him on the perimeter, right? So CeeDee Lamb hurt his AC joint. You can use Mingo how you was using CeeDee Lamb on that, and he's bigger. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to get the physicality on the perimeter. The problem is this: when you have that extended run like they do with them dudes throwing it to them like that, they do get teed off on. You know what I'm saying? So I see as he's a fit to Mike McCarthy and how he's using the pass like it's a run. You see what I'm saying? You know?
Yeah.
So, and a lot of people not really peeping that. He looking at it like, hey, y'all would have been happy with 2nd and 5. I just got that with this hitch route. You feel me? That's how you looking at it.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, man, it was something else that I noticed, and we'll talk about Philly, bro.
Okay.
And this is quick.
Todd. You talked a little bit about the home deal. Have you changed anything about your schedule, plan, guys staying in hotels, not staying at home now, anything like that?
Yeah, we've adjusted the schedule a little bit.
Anything you want to
No, not really.
Calvin?
See, that's one of the things I said they needed to change. I said they needed to treat home games like away games because they was giving them dudes too much freedom. They wasn't staying at the same hotel no more. So he just said they made some changes to that. What's your thoughts? You muted.
Yeah, my fault. That goes back to the team being together.
Yeah.
You know, the camaraderie we talked about.
Yep.
You know, you as an athlete, we already know, boss, if you playing at a high level for sure, every athlete got routines.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
If you come out of your routine, it can mess you up. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. If you do anything on a consistent basis, you need a good routine, and you can do it to the best of your ability after that.
Right.
So when it comes to them staying in different places and doing all this random stuff, you ain't got a set routine. So you're not gonna be able to maximize what you're trying to do.
Right.
You just not. And what they say, repetition is exactly what you need for success. You need repetition. So if you can't be repetitive in your routine, you ain't gonna be able to maximize your abilities. You won't be able to. You gotta have some kind of set standard in what you're doing.
Right.
And like you said, if they giving them too much freedom, you in your normal routine, you might come to work at 8 o'clock. But then when you stay somewhere else, now you got there at 8:30. You know what I'm saying? Now you got there at 9 o'clock. And you missed a little workout session you supposed to have. You missed your stretches. You supposed to did this. You supposed to did that. You supposed to check with the film guy. Like, it's a lot of stuff you probably supposed to did, but you off your schedule. You ain't get your coffee. Now you don't feel good. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of stuff that can mess you up, bro.
Right.
It can mess you up being out of your routine.
And then the big thing about it also with the routine is also those dudes was you was asking young men, some of them that got millions, to be disciplined before the game.
You gotta run a tight ship with them.
Now young men with money.
Yeah. In a place like Dallas.
In Dallas, no, they need to be in the hotel. They need to be locked down. They need to be curfews on every one of them too. Like, y'all gotta, by 10 o'clock, y'all are shut down. You know what I mean?
And you a Cowboy in Dallas?
In that, man.
Lord.
And I already know what I would have been doing. I'm telling you right now.
You would have been nefarious like me.
Man, I would have pushed it all the way to the limit. If we play Sunday at 12 o'clock, I would have stopped partying at maybe 1. And I would have felt like I'm gonna go sleep by the stadium. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give me a good 8. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna be out in the streets till 1. Yeah. And I would have been like, and I'm gonna play good. Yeah. And I know I would have did that for real. I wouldn't have been, oh man, I'm gonna go to sleep, man. We gotta play
at 8 o'clock.
Man.
That ain't happening.
Nah, I'm Lil Mom. All
right.
Yeah. For real.
Spend some of this money on. What they be saying?
Hey, it's a privilege to be me. So, real quick, I did want to say this, bro. I usually don't do this, but I got to do this. I've been getting some great reviews on this show I did yesterday, bro. I think it might have been my best show. If you have not watched this show, bro, go back and watch this show. Go back and watch that show. I think it was my best work, bro, cause I said it when I finished. You know how you feel, and you know you like, yeah, this the one.
Yeah,
this the one. Cause it's one of them where I know my lane in this space. I can do film, yeah. I can talk about easily. But where I am at my best is when I'm investigating. That's where I'm at my best.
Right.
That's where you cannot copy me. You cannot. You can want to, dog, man. And this one is the one. And they saying it, and they overwhelmingly saying it. I'm hearing it on Twitter. I'm hearing it, especially in them comments. Yeah, and I knew it when I did it. So if you really want to know what's really going on with the Cowboys in terms of the pattern of and what's really going on with Mingo, that's the video. That's the one. All right. I want to get to Philly, bro.
Let's do it.
And I was thinking, this landlord, like, when did we become, like, I know some people will say they being a realist, but it's so many times in our rich history of going against Philly that we have beat them when they had more talent. And I also feel like we do have some talent. I just think we got to have some balls with that talent. I think this is the time that you should come out with Trey Lance. And I ain't talking about on a part-time basis.
Yeah. I tried to fight that fight. They shot that down real quick.
What you mean?
They came out to my Cooper Rush starting. You know, I was one of the first people I seen saying, hey, let's go with Trey Lance. Know what I'm saying? But they shot that down quick.
No, it's still worth it though. Cause see, this is why it's worth it. We at least starting the conversation right now. Then when they play, because likely, I'm just being honest, Cooper Rush, I love his heart. I love his grit. I just know he don't have enough talent.
He limited.
So we need skills. We need somebody with 4.3 speed. We need somebody to where a read option is actually a threat.
Yeah. And that would have helped out a lot while we was figuring out this run game too.
Yeah.
But we'll have to see, man.
I don't see going at Philly the same way we went at Philly before. Oh, let's go out there at Cooper Rush. You gonna get the same result, likely.
We gonna have to run the ball with Cooper. So y'all want him to run the ball, you should see that. But the only reason I say it's still a threat to throw the ball is because it's still room for potential meddling by the Joneses.
What you mean?
They might want to see what Cooper can do.
Why would they want to do that?
They the Joneses. What you mean? They got a new weapon. Hey, they might throw Mingo out there and say, hey, Cooper, what you can do.
To me, if I'm Jerry, and if I'm at my max ego, I'm talking about my ego to the ceiling. You got to start Trey Lance. This is your chance to tell everybody, y'all was wrong. I was right. Yep. I was the one that said, go get Trey, and I didn't go talk to my coach. So you go give up a fourth. You got 1 year to use this dude, and you ain't gonna do it.
And he done been in the offense, what, 2 years now?
Yeah.
He should know that like the back of his hand. This is no time better than right now.
Right now.
You gonna pay this man $4 million, right?
Yeah.
I think it's $4 million. And then he finna just walk next year. You gave up a fourth for him, and you really never even got a chance to see him. But this preseason, that makes no sense at all. That'll be the dumbest decision, one of the worst trades ever.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying, like, listen, play the man right now. We know exactly who Cooper Rush is and what he's capable of. Play him right now so we can see what he can do with some of the starters, with a starting offensive line, with some good receivers or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And with a real game plan, let's see what happens.
Yeah.
I don't see no harm in it.
I see no harm. It's no pressure on Dallas.
Nah. All the pressure on Philly.
Right.
Now, if they come in here and try to throw the ball around trying to impress everybody, they might mess around and be in a dogfight and end up losing this game.
Right.
Now, it's possible.
Right.
But if they come in here running with Saquon and doing what they supposed to do, then, you know, they should be able to get the win.
Right.
But we'll see how it happens. You got a bloodthirsty Kellen Moore. He gonna want to run the score up. You know that. If he get an opportunity, Kellen Moore will try to come in here and score 80 points on us.
Yeah.
He is. That's gonna be one of his missions. He circled this game. He put a star on it. He put all kind of parentheses on it, brackets on it. He made sure that this was one of the games that he will not miss or not forget.
Right.
So you better believe he got him some special stuff under his sleeve for this game right here in particular.
Yeah. And then, my boy Showtime Sports say, boss, what about not start him but use him like Taysom Hill on Sunday?
I use him in some run packages.
I mean, at some point, I got to be willing to compromise. I feel like your best chance is for him to be a full-time starter. And I don't want to do this kind of like quarterback by committee, because it's going to end up being like running back by committee where neither one of them going to get in the rhythm.
Both of them.
Yeah. So it's like, I don't want to do this 2 quarterback shit. Like, it's like, nah. Or if you did do it and you did say like maybe Trey Lance in the red zone, but you still taking away them throws basically, and he probably not gonna be in no rhythm, and you gonna have him out there when his adrenaline high. He never was able to settle in. You never settled him.
Yeah.
You just put him in the red zone. Hey, Trey, the big moment on you. No. Wait. Let's start him up.
You got to bring him in a little bit.
Yeah, let him hand it off some. Damn, let him do a bootleg and, let him get his first couple of completions going. Like, damn, like, to the red zone, crunch time, Trey. Like,
better messed around and messed up.
Yeah, the nigga fumble out there. Like,
I so about to say it. I ain't want to bring it up, though.
Nah, I'm like, pull the Band-Aid off and make your decision, bro. All this half. I ain't with the half. But if they end up doing the half, what Trey would have to do is he would have to show out and make it like, don't put Cooper Rush back out there. That's what you got to do. You got to ball out to where it's like, let's just go ahead and go with Cooper Rush. You got to look at it like this the battle for your future.
Facts.
Yeah.
I think so too. Like, and it's crazy to me. It's almost coming back to what we was talking about. This shouldn't be just a case closed Cooper Rush type thing anyway. This should be an open competition. Why not? They just coming out naming Cooper Rush the starter. Now, I know he went 5-1, but I don't consider wins a quarterback stat. Not really. They need to chill out with that.
He played bad too, bro.
They need to relax with that, man.
Yeah, it's just, yeah, man, he played good. No, he didn't. Matter of fact, in one of the games, he threw the ball 15 times. I think it was on the Rams. He literally had almost nothing to do with that win.
Look at Jared Goff.
Yeah, I'm talking about they getting like 20 sacks, keeping teams under 18 like crazy. You know what I mean?
I ain't saying Jared Goff ain't
he went
good,
on a run. He went on a run. He was carried. How about he was carried? Huh?
Dude throw like 10 passes and had like 50 points. That Detroit game.
Yeah.
Like Jared Goff threw like 10 passes and had like 50 points on the board.
And see, my boy,
like, how you gonna put that as a quarterback stat? That's crazy.
My boy Showtime say, Justin may have found his way. And see, that's my point. What they doing, in my opinion, Showtime, Landlord, with Justin is what they can do with Trey. The real problem with Trey in preseason game 3 is he threw the ball 49 times.
Yeah.
49 times. Of course he gonna throw some interceptions. 49.
That's ridiculous.
If you go look at Fields only go throw the ball 30 times. At the most, he's gonna throw between 25 and 30 and they go run the ball. That's what they need to do with Trey. Yeah. Game manage and use his athleticism and take occasional shots. Cross your fingers and hope he get better and better every week, which he likely will. Stop using Cooper Rush as a progress stopper. It just don't make sense to me.
It makes no sense at all, man. It look like they willing to just forfeit a pick. Look like.
Yeah.
They're just conceding the pick, and it makes no sense at all.
Man, people
then
believe
you got this super expensive quarterback room. You paying Cooper Rush and paying him and paying that. It's crazy.
Right. Let me get these super chats, man. We'll get up out of here.
Double up. The money I cut up. Call up. Double up. The money I call up.
Boss Land.
Super chats.
I slammed that ball that time. I slammed that ball. You feel me?
Yeah.
Slam that ball. Fool. You feel me? All right, here we go. My boy Amp. He said, smart teams have their stars signed by tax day. We always have to file an extension.
That's how we do, man. Malpractice from the front office.
My
That's
boy,
how they get down.
And with another super chat said, real talk, Big Mike flex when he hired that new agent earlier this year. He knew he was about to have a fight.
He gearing up. He getting the big guns, ain't it? Hey, it is what it is, man. I wish he would have seen the writing on the wall a little earlier, though. It seemed like maybe he thought he had a little hope, and then he tried to be a little classy with it because he didn't want to just go all out and just start dogging the team. Because organizations pay attention to that too.
Yeah. Yeah, they do.
It's like a fine line. You know what I'm saying?
You got to walk that real light.
Master manipulator. Bro.
Yeah, you got to walk that light. You got to walk that light. You can't walk that wild.
Because if you just bomb on the team, other teams looking at you like, well, what will stop you from doing that to us?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So you got to be able to keep your brand and your character in check. It's a thin line.
Yeah.
Like, it really is.
Yeah, and you got to come across like a straight shooter, not messy. Where you talking about the problem, but you're not trying to be dramatic with it.
And drag the team on that.
Yeah, he walked that line perfectly though. Like most people can't even see that he taking a shot. Most people.
Yeah.
It was people on Twitter like, I'm not really seeing where he flamed the front office. It's like, because he did it so professional. You got to listen to what he's saying. Don't look at his demeanor. If you just looking at his demeanor, you gonna miss the beef. But if you really listen to what he's saying, he was clearly saying, y'all held up CeeDee Lamb, y'all held up Phillips, y'all held up Linval Josephs, y'all did that. Y'all said that y'all was gonna bring some DTs in here before camp. You didn't do that. So if you want to know why we got a slow start, it was them. He just was professional.
Yeah.
So I got one more super chat. I said, Chris 214 say, if first of all was a person.
He's over like, nah. First of all, like he talking about like that. Mike
got
it right.
Okay. I got the context. Okay, got it. Yeah. If first of all, get
it right.
Yeah, get it right. So man, obviously, man, what's your final words, bro?
Yeah, man. I guess get ready for the Eagles. You know, see how we can handle this run game they got going on. Get ready for Kellen Moore. You know, Mike should be able to give Mike some pointers on how Kellen Moore gonna want to play this game.
Yeah.
And this is a much more contained Kellen Moore too, because this is one of the things I was saying about the run game. Mm-hmm. I feel like they invested so much that Kellen almost have to run the ball.
Yeah.
Then look at the way Jalen Hurts play; he gotta run the ball. So it's just certain things that's required from him, in the way they constructed their roster. Like you don't get Saquon Barkley and don't hand him the ball.
Right.
You're not gonna do that. So running is something that Kellen is almost forced to do now. So this gonna be a little different Kellen Moore, but I feel like if we come in here and run the ball, play some sound defense, you know what I'm saying, no hero ball, I feel like we could probably keep this game close. All the pressure on Philly. It's no pressure on Dallas to win this game.
Yeah.
And, you know, we'll see how they handle it, how they deal with it. And then we ain't been winning at home either. So it's going to look real, real bad for Philly to come out here and take a L on the road like this.
Yeah.
it'll look real bad for them. We seen stranger things. The Browns beat the Ravens last week.
Yeah.
Like, stuff happens.
Right.
So I'm never gonna concede and say we don't have a chance at all. But, you know, we just gonna have to go out there and play some good football. That's all.
Man, I love how you end that, bro. Hey, I'm gonna take some calls, bro. So if you gotta go, you know I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I probably go ahead and head out, man.
I'll take these calls.
You gotta snap some collars and let you know you there to take them out anytime you feel like it. You gotta get the ground beneath your feet, partner. Get the wind behind your back and go out in the blaze if you got to.
Facts, man. Y'all holler at your boy, Landlord from Alabama, man. I appreciate you, boss.
All right, man. I got it from here, big dog.
Salute.
If you gotta go out, that's how you go out. He took his destiny in his own hand.
All right, man. So let's get on these phones.
Back in it, baby, just staying in town. I'm on the edge, I ain't coming down. I get too high, I'm afraid of the ground. I'm young and I'm paid to play with these sounds. Ignoring the call, she shutting that down. Started at the top and I'm taking it down off the champagne. Took a break from the brown on a rampage. I've been giving it brown.
Man, I got love for y'all, man. So we gonna take some calls, man. We'll take some calls, man. Because after a show like this, I'm pretty sure it's a lot of people didn't even know what was going on. Like, you know, it's happening on a Thursday. Most people kind of was tuned out. So I saw it first from Star. So Star was the first person that played that clip. So then I had to go listen to the whole interview, and then I listened to the whole interview, and I kind of cut it up. So let me see if anybody calling in. If y'all don't call in, you know I'm gonna get up out of here, man. Of course, my boy Chris 214, he gonna always be in the dough like never before. You hear me? Yeah, that's the OG. All right, Chris 214, you live, bro.
What's up, boss?
What's up with it, man?
Oh, chilling, man. Hey, man, this is the Mike that I like to see.
Man,
like, I'm actually proud that he's fighting back. Now I'm gonna need you to do that on the football field.
Yeah.
I need you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I wish, just like I say, we can tell that it's getting to him. Like, it's clear as day.
Yes.
It's clear as day.
Yes.
It's getting to him.
Yeah.
He getting frustrated.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
you know what,
dang,
Chris?
what?
Let's also be honest. He not handling the pressure well. He not.
No.
He going for it on 4th and 1 with jet sweeps when Rico was averaging 6 down the pipe. He doing crazy stuff like allowing Fossil to talk him into goofy, aggressive, fake punts.
Yeah.
Where you had a good flow against a good offense. It did. You know what I mean? It was. You can see it's getting to him. You right.
Right. Yeah, man. It's just, I feel like at this point, I mean, I'm not sure if I'm right to say this, but at this point, it's like, what do we have to lose, man? Just,
right.
Hey, go on out there and do what you got to do, Mike. Like, hey, bro, listen, it's now or never. It's now or never.
It's now or
Mike,
never.
I'm going to need you to let them... Let your nuts hang.
That's right.
For real, bro.
For real.
But yeah.
For real.
But I will say I do have a confession. Back just months ago when you was trying to make a case about Cooper Rush over Land. I mean, no, you was trying to make a case over with Trey Lance over Rush. I ain't gonna lie to you. Now I see it. Like, I still think that we should. Well, I do think that we should start Lance. I ain't gonna lie to you. I mean, like, it just makes sense. Like, it really does, bro. So
yeah,
I'll give Cooper Rush. Right, and I'll give Rush, just depending on how it go, probably 2-3 games.
Right. 2-3 games?
Yeah.
You gonna give
depending on how I go.
Okay, yeah. You did put that, yeah. You did say depending on how I go. Okay. That's fair.
But yeah. But that's all I have, boss.
No, good call, Chris 214, man. Good call.
For sure.
So, you say, boss, please, Tom, put this troll. It's a troll up in here? Who the troll? I don't even see the troll. I don't even see it. Who troll? But my boy say, when Trey takes over, they'll give Dak the option to be traded or benched. It'll actually be Dak that'll have to give him the option. He would have to give him the option. You know, they could come to him like that, but he got contractual leverage over them. You know, it's just what it is. And you know, obviously, we all won't trade a ball. Right now, all of us who won't trade of some kind of way become better than that. That has never been no evidence of that, ever. If anything, if anybody is kind of being measured, you saw what you saw. You saw him for 3 whole games, giving the whole car, okay? And they put him in situations where they basically was like, go out there and showcase your arm. That's what the mission was, okay? And y'all all know it was way under Dak Prescott. Now, let's stop. But at the same time, if you was to say it was about on the level of Fields, I would agree. That's why Fields and Justin Fields is a perfect comp to what can be done if you decide to use a quality athletic quarterback in a game management style and also use his legs on occasion and for explosiveness. You can actually eke out games. That's what Justin Fields have proven with the Steelers. The Steelers did not panic when they lost Russell Wilson. We have completely panicked over here, where we over here like, hey, let's go with Cooper Rush because he was 4-1. But if you look deeper, y'all know nothing about Cooper Rush carried that. He was carried. He was carried by an epic run game. He was carried by a super hot defense. They was all fresh because it was the beginning of the year. And they was feeling the urgency. And they played their ass off as a unit. And they knew they had to run the ball, and they did because they knew they couldn't in no way or no form count on Cooper Rush on. Because the moment they tried versus Philly, where he threw the ball 38 times, he had 3 interceptions. But y'all saying Trey Lance ain't ready, but y'all forgot he threw the ball 49 times. To me, it's like, go ahead and go with the guy. Go with the Justin Fields plan. Let's rock that. To me, that's your best chance to beat Philly. That's your best chance to also get some electricity. Like some major electricity. If Trey going out there and he looking like he making some plays, it's gonna electrify the whole team and the whole city. To me, it's the best move. And I say, honestly, just rip the Band-Aid off. All right, but this is how we gonna conclude this. We saw Mike McCarthy today talk about a lot of truth. Mike McCarthy told a lot of truth today. He did. What he said was true. If I could really have a wish, if I had a wish, my wish would be for us to make it a standard, what he said, a Cowboy standard, to where we shut down if y'all don't have y'all biggest contracts done by April. Because a whole lot is really came out in the last 2 days. It's a whole lot that came out that we're going to need in the offseason. It's a whole lot that we're going to need. See, you can't forget what Mike McCarthy said. You can't forget that he said you put your head coach at a disadvantage when you start trying to sign players late into the season. When you don't have it pretty much wrapped up by April. You hurt the head coach's ability to have all those guys prepared to be won during the vulnerable time of the year. He basically said the vulnerable time for the NFL where a lot of people playing bad football is September. Your teams that had their guys in earlier usually come out the gate better and faster together and as a unit. He was right. And if I could wave a wand and all Cowboy Nation followed it, it would be all of us hold front office to the standard that we see in Detroit and that we see in Philly. Philly does not take their contracts into rookie mini camp. Detroit does not take their contracts into the mini camp. Their leaders are in place, rewarded openly, and told before the whole team, these are your leaders, follow them. But what Dallas does is say, the leaders, we not sure. I might have to keep the football to make sure they are who we think they are. The front office shows doubt on the leaders of the team every time they continue to carry this shit into August. They send a clear message, we are unsure about you. Even if it's just about money. Even if you're just trying to get you like just a little bit more contracts leverage, you still sending that message. So it's one of those things that I am truly happy though that this is happening. I'm truly happening because more and more people starting to wake up to the details. More and more people starting to really see what's going on. And they really starting to truly understand the dark nature of and toxic nature of our front office. They are finally really starting to educate themselves. A lot of fans are starting to educate themselves on how things really work. It's shocking. You go look at it and say, whoa, wow. But then once you sober up, then it's about taking action. You know, because I'm sick of it. I'm sick of the politics. I'm sick of you trying to protect certain guys. So you doing all kind of goofy stuff that make no sense. Like pure goofiness. Like literally having no real competition for Mozzie as he coming off shoulder surgery and needing to gain weight. Bringing in guys late who then you mad at them because they have slow starts. You brought this man in off the street. You could have had him in here where he could have had 3 months to really get ready for the season. You bringing these dudes in the last minute just because you're protecting your guy. Oh, boss, that's speculation. That's a conspiracy. Something is going on, man. You got dudes walking out of here. You got dudes like, man, nah, I don't want to be in Dallas, man. Get me out of Dallas. Get me out of Dallas. Something is going on, man.
These are your guys. You kind of been following them. What was it like getting back in that room and seeing some of your friends, that sort of thing?
It's always good, you know. Like I said, seeing the smiles and being actually wanted it's a hell of a drug. You know what I mean? You can do a lot for people when it's in the right environment.